So here at Penny's Hot Rods and Customs, we change our mind often. So we test fitted it. Just pushed the first plan was just to push the firewall back about an inch, inch and a half. It looked a little weird because you have a gap all the way around, and it was quite big on the sides. We would have to fill that in to make it look half decent, and that's a lot of filling. And we would have to do it with metal, and
I think it would look kind of cheesy.
Yeah. So we decided to flip it around and go with this plan. And this looks like a lot better. It's hard to tell because it's rusty on this side, but it's already got your nice curve all the way around. It's still got all the factory beads. It's just reversed.
Yep.
The only thing we have to do is, because this is sprung out on both sides and the top.
I'm just gonna make pie
Just
cuts
a few pie cuts on the corners
and
and
relieve it.
then relieve it and bend in the sides, bend in the corners, and it should fit in. Won't be able to use the factory holes, but
We'll figure that out as
we're
we
good.
go.
We should be able to just drill right underneath. Actually, we can put screws
And then
right, and then the
welting.
welting goes on top of the screws.
And basically, the only thing we'd have to switch is just take out for the hood or the rad supports.
Yeah.
Take those, reverse them, and then obviously make a part for the column here, which we're gonna cut up anyway because it holds, and we'll weld that all up for the steering column, and just weld that guy up. Then we'll make some sort of little tie that all in.
Yeah, fix up the bottom, and
Yeah. But I think this way is a lot easier. It's gonna give us the goal that we wanted to move the engine back.
and it looks good.
And a lot of people have done it in the past. Like this isn't new by any means.
Yeah, it's a proven thing.
So like we'll just take these supports, we'll just drill these welds off, and then we'll weld them to the back. We'll probably have to cut them down a little bit, but be a bit of monkeying around. But I think in the long run, this is way easier. It's gonna be nicer. Since I got outvoted with my sheet of plywood.
Yeah. Plan C was plywood.
Not really.
That was E.
That was never. Alright. And like I said, we made some just rough marks, and we're just gonna go make some pie cuts and then see if it'll go back in. Alright.
So we're gonna call it a evening today. It's raining. We just had our Thanksgiving dinner.
I think it's around 10:30ish or so, so it's a night.
Yeah, it's getting chilly out. So we've cut off the brackets, flip this around, and right now it doesn't fit in because this is wider than to allow it to when it was reversed. So we just started pie cutting this and just gently bending this in. We're gonna have to bend this down a little bit and bend the sides in a little bit, but to make it fit. But we'll finish that up tomorrow, and we'll start fabricating the pie cutting the inner structure of the frame. You can see it on the ground right there. So that'll hug the frame, and go from there.
Ate too much dressing.
But yeah, it's first few steps on
Making a hot rod.
making a hot rod.
A real one.
And this way, with flipping this around, we don't have to. We might be able to push the engine back, or in the body in its proper spot. So it's making room for this big elephant.
Too bad it wasn't a real elephant.
Close enough.
Close enough, yeah. Yep.
Call it a hippopotamus then.
Sure.
Maybe. Well, we'll continue this tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. So we'll see you tomorrow.
And if Chris lived here, he'd be home by now. See you tomorrow. Oh, you don't think fume's gonna be. I can go.
Okay, we're to push back the or reverse the firewall, we got to cut out part of the tank. So we're going to use our plasma cutter to do that. And yes, there's no fuel in the tank.
Pretty slick invention.
And no, we're not wrecking a perfectly good tank. The tank has holes in it. Right here. There and there.
Heard any Bill Flurries out there? Lots of them out there.
Okay, we plasma torched the front out just enough just to allow the firewall to sit back nice. We'll probably replate this back or put some more structure in here because there is structure here we cut out, but we probably will fill that in just so it doesn't collect dirt and rust even though you don't see it behind the firewall. But yeah, and again, there was holes in it. So it was
no good anyway.
no good. So now we're just gonna test fit the firewall.
You can bend that down.
Yeah, that's how you can
gotta go
use
back
now.
here,
Start
bend
cutting
that down.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
So the firewall, we're just gotta make it fit. As you can see here, we're just gonna have to cut there, bend that down to make this gap and that gap disappear. And then we gotta trim this down here a little bit, possibly high cut this here to allow it to bend in. But we'll see. We'll start at the top and work our way down.
Good thing there's 18 of us working on this.
He doesn't count.
I should be at home right now.
Okay, we're getting closer. This is a lot better. We're not going to leave it like that, obviously. We'll either cut it out or just weld up the gaps there. But it's tight here, so we pie cut it here, and that's fine. Now it's getting tight along the side. And we found a crack there. So we're gonna weld that up before we start trying to bend this in because it just flexes that crack and makes it not great. But everything's going good. We just have to fix that weld, and then we're just going to on either side clamp pliers on here and just gently see if we can bend that in so it'll fit in.
Yeah, like just right here, but it's got.
Okay, firewall is fitted in. It's just clamped in there now. It fits nicely there, just needs to be pulled in a little bit there, but it's all nice. we ended up having to cut that bottom piece off. What we're going to do is weld another piece of sheet metal in there, just so it dips down. And that's all done. And the bottom here, we're gonna have to transition this to here, either cut this off totally and angle it up, or cut it up here. There's the camera up there. And then angle it so it looks nice, just not a flat piece.
And we were gonna make it right-hand drive, right?
You should see Chris's surly expression right now. He should go on himself.
And we'll obviously fill all that in, fill any unnecessary holes, and to secure it, what we're going to do for the meantime, this is where the felt goes. We're going to drill or put self-tapping screws in there to hold it, and then we will start plug welding it and weld up all these original holes. And that's next. Next on the firewall project. What we're doing now is just temporarily using self-tapping screws to hold it in place. That's just a temporary fit, so we can take the clamps off and see how everything's going, and then we can, what we'll do is, as you can see on that side, I've marked holes, or we'll drill holes in those and use for plug welding. Sure.
Beautiful.
So the firewall is, well, pretty much in. All we've just put self-tapping screws to hold it. We haven't welded it yet. That's a good idea to use those. The holes will just get welded up, and the felting will go over them anyways, so you won't need to notice it. We've drilled all the holes here for doing plug welds. Yeah, it looks, I think it looks good. Next thing is to weld it all up. And then we'll probably end up putting seam sealer all around the edges to seal it. And then we'll have to test fit the Hemi in it to see if we can bring the body back forward.
Good. Okay, just for shits and giggles, we mocked up the motor. This is roughly where it's going to be going. We still got a lot of work to do, but the firewall, we just, like I said, Chris just said, we just screwed it in just to get it. We're going to start welding it. Probably won't be today. Probably almost done for the day. Chris had to leave to go to his mommy's for supper. So, but yeah, like I said, we just put the motor in just to kind of see what it's going to look like. And yes, those are DOT pieces of wood. So, like I said, it wasn't the most exciting video, but I think this was the easiest way to do the firewall, to move it back and kind of make so everything kind of, all the proportions kind of look right. We've kind of got it figured out where the body's going to be and everything like that. The next thing is we're going to, like I said, start figuring out the ride height, because this thing's got to come down quite a bit. But it all takes time. It just doesn't happen over a day. You know, it takes a while to do this, but over the weekends we'll get her done. So this, like I said, this is roughly how it's going to sit. We're going to take and we're going to pinch the back frame roll in, I think, later this week, if not next weekend. Like I said, that way we can justify or figure out our ride height. But hope you like this little video. Like and subscribe and share and hit that button and everything else. But hope you like this video. Have a great day.